All right. This is an index equation that says 4 to power x minus 7 in bracket 2x minus 8 equals to 0. The first thing I must do is that for all of those that we have via this thing, they have the equation there. That means whose powers are variables. The power is x. The power here is x. I look for the one that has the simplest form. 4x is not the simplest, but 2x is the simplest because 4 can still be written as 2 to power 2. So it is not the simplest form. The one that is the simplest form is 2 to power x, because 2 cannot be written again by any middle, cannot be written as 1, but can be written as 2 to power 1 is the barest form. 2x is the most basic form. Okay, so that's something I want to put there. Now let me come back here to this. Watch. 4 to power x can be written as 2 raised to power 2x, because 4, or let me put it down, then I'll explain to you what I mean. I mean that it can be written as 2 power 2, all of these x. 4 means 2 power 2, that's 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4 raised to power x, minus 7 raised to power 2x, minus, what about 8? 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. That is 2 to power 3. And this is 0. So what do I mean? I have written these different things as different forms. So for this one, I can easily leave it. Probably I can still leave it as 8 if that works. So I'll leave it as 8 for now. So I'm working only with those that have variables, which is x. Now, what can be said here? I can still interchange this, because 2 times x is the same as x times 2. Multiplication does not follow that. If you do 2 times 4 is the same as 8. Same thing if you do 4 times 2 is going to give you 8. So irrespective of which one comes first, multiplication follows that law. So 2 times x is the same as x times 2. So I can arrange these. So that's the second step. The second step is rearranging this. When I rearrange, I'm going to have 2 power x, all of these raised to power 2, minus 7 in brackets 2 power x, then minus 8 equals to 0. What does this mean? 2 to power x cos raised to power 2 minus 7 to power 2x minus 8. I can now see let 2 to power x be equal to a. This is what I'm going to say here now. So anywhere I see 2 to power x, I replace it with a. I want to now bring this now down to what is going to be simple. So what is 2 to power x equals to a? I have seen 2 to power x here, I replace it by a. It is raised to power 2. Minus 7, 2 to power x, I replace it with a, minus 8 equals to 0. This is the new equation I'm going to solve now. It's very important you note this. So if you watch what I've done, I've broken it down step by step till I got to a quadratic equation which I'll solve. Now let me solve this quadratic equation. But remember 2 points here. So I'm going to say we have let our 2x is equals to a, and we have also said a squared minus 7a minus 8 is equal to 0. These are things we have agreed. So let me solve this and then I'll come back to say it finally. So let me also write the question we are solving. The question says 4 to power x minus 7 to power x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now, let's come from here. Let me solve it here. I'm going to have something like this. A squared minus 7a minus 8 is equal to 0. Now, what happens? This is a quadratic equation. Now, in quadratic equation, we are going to be looking for two numbers. Two numbers. I will dedicate a video for quadratics. Two numbers in which when you multiply, you are going to have minus 8. But when you add, you're going to have minus 7. By the way, a quadratic equation is one that is expressed as a, that is a x squared plus bx equals to 0. A x plus bx minus c equals something like this, or whether plus or minus. But in this situation here, so let's solve this quadratic equation. Now, in solving this quadratic equation, two numbers When we add, we are going to have minus 7. When we subtract, when we multiply, we're going to have minus 8. Those two numbers are minus 8 and 1. If you do minus 8 times 1, you have minus 8. If you do minus 8 plus 1, you have minus 7. So I can have it as this a squared minus 8a plus a, then minus 8 equals to 0. What have I done? I have been able to change minus 7 into minus 8 plus 1. Now, you're going to factor. In factoring, you're going to have a into a minus 8, and then here, plus 1 into a minus 8. Bring these two together. A plus 1 and a minus 8. So if you solve this correctly, this is equal to 0, by the way. A is equal to minus 1, and another a is equal to 8. Now come back here. We have been able at the start, we said 2x equals to a. So if you say 2x is equals to a, and a here is minus 1, and on this side, we're able to say 2x is equal to a, and a here is 8. This, I'm going to leave this as a consequential, but this can be solved. This is going to be 2x is equal to, what is 8? 2 power 3. So x can be equals to 3. That will be my final answer. So if you watch what I did, I try as much as possible first to remove the variables, which was the one that had the x, to make it a very simple quadratic equation. And after solving the quadratic equation, I then went back to use it to solve for that variable. I'll solve more and more questions as we go along so that it makes the most sense to you. Until then, see you next time. Thank you.